Hello, everyone. One of the theories proposed by the UK recently is that the nature of Russia's targeting of Ukrainian um, objects have changed. While in the past they seem to have been targeting mostly the objects related to infrastructure, now they seem to be focusing more on defense weapons and military objects. Frankly, good theory. However, I can tell you this doesn't really matter to people of Ukraine because, in the end, whatever they're targeting, they suck at it or they purposely are just firing every which way because, in the end, all that crap continues hitting Ukrainian civilian targets and killing Ukrainian civilians. So it doesn't matter what they're focusing on, the result continues to be the same. Case in point. Oh, goody. First of all, y'all, look who woke up and decided to come to work today. The UN Human Rights Monitoring Mission. Woohoo! Yeah. So anyway, so far they said that 90 civilians were killed in Ukraine within the last week alone. And I am wondering if that number is actually low. Because that's what we know of. Remember, we had some buildings collapse. We had people buried under the rubble. And the rescue crew, the recovery crews are still digging. So this number will probably go up. So that goes back to my point. It doesn't matter what Russians are targeting. It matters where this crap lands and whom it affects. Russian media has been raising hell about Ukraine's targeting of Belgorod and Sevastopol. They're saying that Ukrainians are doing this to annoy Putin. No, sweetie. Contrary to your opinion, the universe does not revolve around Putin. They're targeting objects in Belgorod and Sevastopol because Belgorod houses the border military objects used to attack Ukraine, specifically their satellite dishes, their storehouses, the kind of way stations for gathering of the troops and supplies to send to Ukraine. That's why they're targeting Belgorod. Had it been any other border city, they would be targeting it too for the same reason. The reason they're targeting Sevastopol is because, again, that is used for Russian Navy, and it is also used to launch attacks on Ukraine from Crimea, which Russia had annexed illegally in 2014. So, no, it's not to piss off Putin, it's to defend their country. Get over yourself. Remember, I've been saying that not sending money to Ukraine is not going to take care of the homeless or the poor in the allied nations, including the US, because likely that money will instead be spent on beefing up the defenses. I was absolutely right because I'm a really good analyst. Here is case in point. NATO is expanding its air defenses. This is what this means if you read this carefully. The Patriot Guidance Enhanced Missiles are cousins to the ones used in Ukraine for air defenses. So this is what's kept all of Russian missiles and drones and bombs from hitting the ground. And NATO is recognizing it. And so they're expanding the availability of these to the member nations, especially the ones who have the front row seats to the war in Ukraine. So, my prediction is coming true. The money is being spent on beefing up the security in Europe. I'd like to conclude with the statement from Radoslaw Sikorski, Polish defense minister. He's absolutely right. And I've been saying this over and over and over again. Russia is not going to respond to sanctions. Russia is not going to respond to slaps on the wrist from various organizations around the world. Russia is a bully. And like all bullies, they only respond to brute force. And they should be treated accordingly. Russia has become a terrorist state, and again, should be treated accordingly. Period.